Did you just get a new LG G6 and wondering what are the best tips out there? Hi guys, this is Chucks from Chuck's Corner, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the best tips and tricks available for G6. Camera is of course the most used app in your smartphone. To quickly launch the camera from your lock screen in G6, just double press the volume down key and that's going to open up the camera instantly. To take a quick note from your lock screen, all you have to do is double press the volume up key to bring up the LG G6 Quick Memo app, and now you can just use your finger to take a note. To set both of those shortcut keys, launching the camera and the Quick Memo notes, in your settings, go to the shortcut keys, and there you should have this option to turn on or off this capability. If you want to quickly check your lock screen for any messages, all you have to do is double tap on the screen and that will wake up your phone. And if you're finished, you can just double tap again to put the phone to sleep. One of the good things about the LG G6 lock screen is that you can have more than 2 shortcuts. So here you can see I have the phone, calculator, browser and the camera. So if I just swipe up the calculator, I can quickly open it up. So how do I configure this? If you go to your settings, under the lock screen you have the shortcut options. Here you can put a maximum of 5 shortcuts. So for example, to quickly add a shortcut, click the add button and choose your favorite app to open up. So here I have chosen the calendar app, and you could also rearrange the order, so whichever order you prefer, you can place your calendar app or calculator app in that order. And if you don't want any of these shortcuts, just click the delete button and now you can choose which one of these shortcuts you want to remove. Instead of the traditional just one wallpaper for your lock screen, you can set a collage of wallpapers in your LG G6 lock screen. So for example, you can see here I have a collage of 2 different wallpapers at the top and the bottom. To set this up, you can go to your settings, lock screen, under wallpaper, you can select the collage wallpapers. Now you could select the default one as I have done here, or you could select from your set of photos you have in your camera as well. LG G6 also supports always on display in your lock screen. To set up this always on display, just go to your settings and under the display scroll to bottom and you have the always on display option here. Turn this on to enable always on display. You could even go further into the settings and configure different options available, like you could set the content to be a digital clock, analog clock or a signature, and you could also set what signature is that, and also schedule it so it doesn't come on all the time, rather the specific time that you like it to be on. You could also make it a brighter display if you are not happy with the default brightness that it comes with. G6 home screen supports 2 types of options, one with the app drawer and the one without the app drawer. To configure those, you go to your settings, home screen, and at the top you have your select home. There you could select different options from the home and app drawer, and even any other custom launchers that you have as your default home. One of the cool things about this app drawer icon is that you can move from its default position and say to the right in the dock, or maybe I want to the far left in the dock, or I just want it to be at the second icon in my dock. So that's quite handy, especially if you have a preference on where you want to have the all apps icon in your dock. If you have more than one home screen, you can set a swipe effect when transitioning from one home screen to another. For example, here you can see I have a really nice effect flowing through, moving between the screens. So to set this up, if you go to your settings and under home screen, you have the screen swipe effect, and this screen swipe effect provides you with several options. Of course, my favorite is the carousel option that you just saw, but you could select from the other options as well. Home screen supports few gestures. If you long press and hold, you get the option to add shortcuts to your app, widgets, and also configure the wallpaper that you want. It also supports other gestures where if you want to add a new home screen, all you have to do is pinch in and that will give you option to add a new home screen, or even press and hold the home screen to remove it. And the other option, if you just want to enjoy the wallpaper, because hey, wallpapers are really awesome, and with all these widgets and apps, you might not get to enjoy that wallpaper. So all you have to do now is pinch out, and that will basically let you enjoy the default wallpaper you have in your home screen. One of the other things I like about G6 home screen is that it allows me to loop between different home screens I have. So here you can see I just keep on going. There's nothing that prevents me from going to the next screen, even if that screen is the last one. To set this up, if you go to your settings, home screen, you have the allow home screen looping option. Check that and enjoy the looping between different home screens. You can also customize the bottom navigation keys in your G6 home screen. To do that, if you go to your settings, display, and scroll up to reach to the home touch buttons, and there you have two options. You can change the background color, which is black or white. As you can see, I have the black as set default. And with the button combination, you can add more keys. So for example, I could add the notification key and the capture plus key over here, and as well as rearrange them to my likes. The notification shade in your G6 has several options, like you could add several functions and even the brightness key. But one cool thing is you can also add the volume slider here in your notification tray. So how to do that? So if you slide open your notifications shade and then click edit, and you have the three dotted menu at the top right, click on that and you can see you have volume and other options available. Now if you check the volume, accept the changes, and now if you swipe down your notification shade, you will see that you have the volume key as well. Sometimes hardware fails, and it would be nice to have something that we can test quickly to see which parts of the hardware are functioning properly and not. Luckily, LG G6 provides us a way to test the hardware. If you go to your settings and click on the smart cleaning, and there you have the option to test hardware. And now you can test the different components like the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, proximity, light sensor. So for example, if I just tap on the fingerprint sensor, it's going to test and let me know if it's good or bad. And depending on that, you could contact LG support based on this information here. You can let G6 create unique ringtones based on the number that is calling you. To enable this ringtone ID, go to your settings, tap on the sound, and enable the ringtone ID option. And you can also now configure for which incoming calls you want to get these ringtones for, maybe just for your favorite contacts or all incoming calls or just contacts only. I have my headphones out, and there is a reason why. LG G6 supports FM radio. Plug in your headphones, go to your app drawer, open up the FM radio app, and now you can tune in to your local radio stations. And not just that, one thing I really like about this app is if I want to hear the music through my speakers and not through the headphones, just tap this little icon on the top right, and that will play the music through your LG G6 speakers. Here's a cool tip if you want to share your screen quickly to your TV or any other remote device, especially the ones that have Chromecast or Miracast enabled. All you have to do is pull down the notification shade twice, and at the bottom you have the screen sharing option. Tap on that and that will give you available devices nearby, and if you have a Chromecast or a Miracast device, it will show up there and you can instantly connect and share your screen from your G6. Based on the location and also based on to what device you're connecting, you might want certain actions to be configured. Well, G6 has the smart settings where it allows you to do exactly that. In your settings, if you tap on the smart settings option, you get several configurations where you could say, well, select the sound profile, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi options when you're at home, away from home, and what app to open when you plug in your earphones. And one of the things I find really useful is what app to open when you connect your Bluetooth device. Depending on the music player you like, you would want to open that specific music player when you connect your Bluetooth in your car. Sometimes we would want to protect our content, especially when it comes to our pictures in our camera roll. We don't sometimes want to show all the photos in the default camera roll, rather have it locked up with a protected mechanism. G6 Gallery app allows you to lock certain photos and protect it with a pin or with your fingerprint. To do that, if you go to your camera roll and at the top you have the three dotted menu. Click on that and click lock and select the photos you want to lock it up, and now it will basically go to a secure locked portion. And to view those locked files, all you have to do is in your gallery app, if you click the three dotted menu at the top, and you can see show locked files, and now you can basically unlock with your fingerprint and you can go and view your locked photos. Your G6 runs Android 7. That means you have the multi-window mode available in your G6. So basically when you're browsing an app, say for example I'm browsing my YouTube app to watch the latest videos, now I can basically press and hold the recents key to also monitor how my Twitter is going on with the latest tweets. Now, if I want to change the bottom app to different app, I can press again the recent key. Now shows a multi-window mode icon, and switch to say my other app where I can now browse through the different forums while watching the video in the YouTube at the top. LG G6 display has an aspect ratio of 18:9, meaning some apps may not support or scale to that extent. Like for example, here in my Alto's Adventure game, you can see the black bars on the left and the right. Now, if you want to scale this app, luckily G6 has provided us with an option. You just swipe right from the logo at the bottom where you have, and you will get to reveal the navigation icons as well as the app scaling icon. Now you can configure the app scaling from the compatibility mode to standard to full screen mode. Now once you click full screen, it's going to warn you that hey, some contents may not be fully displayed. That's okay, and that will relaunch the app with the full screen without the bars on the left and the right. Now, instead of going through every app and trying to find out which apps would require that scaling and revealing the icon to do that, you could straight away go to your settings, display, and you have the app scaling options where LG basically scans your app list and gives you the options for which apps would these scaling option be required. And you can select the app and do exactly the same thing that we did, which is whether you want to run them in the compatibility mode, standard mode, or the full screen mode with the preview at the top. So those are some of the best tips for your brand new LG G6. If you like my videos and want to see more like this, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and when you do subscribe, tap that bell button so that you get notified about my videos as soon as they get published. If you have any comments or if you want to share your favorite LG G6 tips, please share them in the comments below. Until next time, bye.